Assalamu alaikum. First of all, thank you very much for watching our previous critical thinking videos. Today, I'm presenting to you the exercise number 10. Our question was, what's your way of approaching and solving a problem? The purpose was that everybody has a different way of solving problems, but very seldom do we get a chance to actually understand how we approach and solve a problem. That is why I asked this question here. This question had two parts actually. And the second question was, how do you solve that problem? Some of the answers which struck me, one of those was by Muhammad Hanif. Personally, a person can use a different way to approach a problem. Some people get advice from an experienced person, while some manage an alternative way to approach a problem. Problems originate from different sides. First, to find out the root cause of a problem, then approach it according to its nature. For instance, if a problem is social by nature, we must socially approach them concerning our customs and culture. This was quite a comprehensive answer for this. Now, to see how Muhammad Hanif solves his problem. As mentioned previously, every problem has its origin. The best approach is to find a solution within the circumstances of that problem. To solve a problem, one should make a plan. The first step is to fragment one's problem. The second step is to handle it softly. And the third is to deal with one's problem in respect of its origin. Finally, is to overcome that problem smartly. There is something that I liked about this answer, that a problem needs to be faced head on, first of all. And there should be a plan how to handle a problem. And the plan is to fragment the problem. Now, what happens is that we do not face our problems and we keep on making that problem too big. And instead of resolving it, we make it a, a big thing for ourselves, like making a mountain out of a molehill. Another response, which was remarkable, was by Habiba Atiq. The way a person approaches a problem varies from person to person, and I approach a problem in a sequence of steps. This was something which really uh, intrigued me. First of all, I determine the origin of the problem. Then I try to see the problem's main focus and impacts. In the end, I try to analyze how the main impacts are impacting different areas of an individual's life as well as society as a whole separately. This is a wonderful approach, stepwise. Seeing a problem in isolation only uh, is a good step, but at the same time, when its impacts are also added to it, definitely it leads to the resolution of that problem in a much better way. So Habiba says that the way a person solves a problem might depend on the problem, but I usually solve a problem by following the divide and conquer rule. I break the problem down into small, more manageable sub-problems and then find the solution for each sub-problem in a sequence. Excellent. Finding the solution to each sub-problems give me a sense of accomplishment and keeps me motivated until the whole problem is solved. See, audience, how well Habiba has broken down the issue. This is why I like these answers so much on the critical thinking. And this is what motivates me to listen to these young minds, how they approach problems and how they solve them in their unique and individual ways. I'm sure this method is giving you a lot of insight into how to solve your problems. Break them down into sub problems and then find the solution to each sub problem separately, which will give you a sense of accomplishment that you have actually not only understood but you have solved some part of it, and this would definitely give you a motivation. Another response which really I find interesting is by Iram Shahzadi. I usually discuss the problem and its possible solutions with the surrounding people. I also take help from the internet and listen to many people around me and learn how to deal with that problem. After that, I think on my own and formulate my best final way of dealing with that problem. This is how I deal with any problem. Now, what does this teach us? This shows that getting different perspectives. Why would Iram Shadadi discuss problem with different people? because to get different perspectives. This is what I liked about it. As far as the solving the problem is concerned, Iram Shadadi says that first I discuss the problem with the surrounding people and also take help from the internet. When I'm well informed about the possible solutions, you see, this is what is to be achieved. Well informed about the possible solutions, then I pick the best solution by using critical thinking skills, rational thinking, and logical thinking. Then I use these to solve problems in small baby steps, which makes problem solving more efficient and achievable. So, this is again very much like what Habiba Atiq said, what Muhammad Hanif pointed out. And then, as far as the resolution is concerned, that is to be taken done in small baby steps because problems cannot be solved head on sometimes. They have to be broken down into smaller problems, sub problems, and then ticking out each of them is the way that you can achieve more efficient solutions to these problems. Another very good response was by Muhammad Farid Anwar. My way of approaching a problem is simple and natural. It is because I believe every problem has a solution. My reaction is generally based on the intensity of the problem. Many problems have solutions that can be solved by effort, focus, and hard work, like problems related to exams or hunting for jobs. So I find a way of approaching problem with my best zeal and enthusiasm. Again, this is what I actually picked from this answer, that you need zeal and enthusiasm. Instead of sitting on the problems and just being bogged down or being demotivated that the problems are not being resolved, you must have this enthusiasm that you actually want to become a problem solver. You want to solve this problem and not just keep on living with it. How Muhammad Farid Anwar solves that problem? Generally, I make up my mind to take a problem as a challenge. This technique gives me the confidence to solve the problem. Then I divide the problem into parts like subproblems. Now, subproblems can be solved by subsolutions. Excellent. So I focus on subsolutions. Then I put my best effort and knowledge into finding subsolutions. These subsolutions make a bigger solution. This whole circle can easily replace a problem with a fine solution. Beautiful, Muhammad Farid Anwar. You have concluded it beautifully. It can replace a problem with a fine solution. And if you look at the past, you will find that instead of problems, you will find that you had solutions for them. And how you reached those solutions, this is a wonderful method of doing that. So these are some of the uh, answers which I have discussed with you here. If you want to join us in the next critical thinking video, participate in answering these exercises that you will find on my website. A link to the critical thinking exercises is given in the video description. And for any new exercises, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you will find out that these exercises are frequently uploaded and then their answers find their way into these videos. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.